DPW for the same question for all of our candidates.
Good morning, everyone. My question is on the No Child Left Behind law in education. What I want to know is that in the 10 plus years that this law has been out, do you think a positive difference has been made? And also, keeping in mind a tighter budget, how would you improve the law so that our higher and medium level students aren't affected and our teachers aren't overworked?
Why don't we start with Lee and go down?
Well, I've said from day one that I feel like with education that we should shut down the whole Department of Education on the federal level. It's a state and local issue. It's a situation that we need to get the paperwork off the teachers' back to where they can educate our children. You're sitting in and living in one of the greatest counties in the state of Georgia that has a great education program. We must get back to the basics. We must get back to where it's a local control and it's a decision upon parents and teachers.
You know, Jessica, your question's great. And it absolutely highlights the problem that we have in Washington, and that is an ever-expanding federal government. Show me in the Constitution where the federal government has any authority over education. Show me. I mean, it's just not there. So even the law maybe is based on a wonderful theory, the belief that good can come of it. The federal government has no right, and in my opinion, No Child Left Behind is unconstitutional. Now you go back to me and what I believe as far as capitalism and a decentralized form of government, then absolutely positively education decisions don't need to be made in Washington, D.C. and don't even need to be made in Atlanta. They need to be made right here in the local county. So, I mean, that's Wright McLeod, that's what he believes.
This No Child Left Behind was created because of students who are getting through levels of education and couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't do basic math. The wrong approach was for the federal government and the bureaucrats in Washington to get involved, to legislate that you had to meet certain standards to get through school. And, what's wrong with that? Again, we have that responsibility as parents. The problem with education is, we have a responsibility as parents to educate our children. Now, the government is taking over that responsibility, and we need to put that responsibility back in to the home. We got a lot of folks now, Bill, who are homeschooled to assure that their children get the proper education in the proper environment. But we don't need bureaucrats in Washington running our education system. It's a failed project. It has caused tremendous, we got great teachers. It's caused a tremendous burden on those teachers, and it's got to be stopped. But as parents, and I know you are here in Columbia County, we got to get involved in our school systems. The first thing we've got to do is we've got to reinvent the family. I mean, the family's in trouble in this country, and that's why the kids are in trouble. And the family is the greatest economic engine ever created in this country. And this government is devastating the family.
Maria?
The Department of Education was created under the Carter administration as a political payback for the National Education Association. It was wrong then, it remains wrong now. We need to keep education at the local level. we continue to throw more and more money at a problem that we all know we have. But as we look at statistics, what we see are our children here in the United States are not improving overall as they're ranked compared to students around the world. I think we need everything on the table: charter schools, religious schools, homeschooling, public schools. I am a proud parent, I am a proud student of public education. But you know, when my parents sent me to school and told me to get a good education, they meant for me to do well in school, be respectful, learn. They never expected that we would have teachers teaching to a test. They certainly never expected we would have teachers changing answers on a test just to make sure that funding remained in place. We've got a lot of work that we need to do as it relates to education, but this work should be done at the local level, and it absolutely requires parents to be involved. Again, if you look at studies out there, what you see improves the most of a child's ability to perform and do well in school is parental involvement. We have to focus on the family. Faith, family, and freedom. That will get us where we need to be in education in this country. So we have a system that we are proud of.
Thank you, Jessica. Did you have any follow-up?